Good evening, everyone, and I'm CB Sharma back with another video. And in this one, we'll see the slides of regarding the properties of vector addition. To start with, what are the properties of vector addition? It obeys commutative law. Commutative law means A plus B is equal to B plus A. So here A and B are two vectors, and you can always have A bar plus B bar is equal to B bar plus A bar. Okay. So here you can see let the how the proof goes like this. Let OA bar and CB bar. So OA bar. So let us see this OA bar and CB bar. CB bar is a parallel vector, that is also A bar. And you have AB bar and OC bar, that is B bar. So here you have OC bar. So OC bar, this is OC bar, that is B bar, and the parallel vector AB bar, that is also B bar. So that's how we started with. And OB bar is C bar. OB bar is C bar. So you can use the triangle of addition, that is A bar plus B bar. So this by our vector A bar and this by our vector B bar, and you can see that by the triangle of addition, you can say that C bar is equal to A bar plus B bar. That's very well understood from here. Now let us move on further. So here you can see that OA bar plus AB bar is OB bar. So that is OB bar is C bar. So A bar plus B bar is equal to C bar. And now in triangle OCB, let's consider the triangle OCB. So C bar is equal to B bar plus A bar. You can always write. So it's like applying the triangle law once again. That's it. So A bar plus B bar, both will give C bar anyway. So A bar plus B bar is equal to B bar plus A bar. This is a proof of the addition of vectors showing the commutative property. So that is what is commutative property. What is basically commutative property is very simple. If you have x plus y is equal to y plus x, this is for any real numbers, you can say that. But the thing is that when it comes to vectors, whether do they obey like this? Yes, of course they do. They do obey this kind of phenomenon. Okay. So I hope you are clear with this one. And now the next one is it obeys associative law. What is association is like this. A bar plus B bar plus C bar is equal to A bar plus B bar when you take it in bracket plus C bar. So that is called associative law. So if A bar, B bar, C bar are any three vectors, A bar plus B bar plus C bar is equal to A bar plus B bar plus C bar. So this is what associative vector. So here A bar plus B bar is one vector here, that is OC bar, and this is C bar. B bar is some C bar, and now the resultant of the vectors. So that's how you add and check whether it is following the trend or not. So here is the figure what we have. It's a trapezium in which A, B, C, D. It's a kind of trapezium. So O, A, B, C, that's a trapezium. And then you have the vectors like this A bar, and this is the B bar vector. And again, you have another vector C bar. So this becomes A bar plus B bar plus C bar. Okay. So how do we do this? So that is done like this. So here the proof comes in follows. So let OA bar is equal to A bar, AB bar is B bar, and BC bar is C bar. Like this you have. And now followed by, so you consider one triangle at a time, and then the proof goes like this. OB bar is equal to OA bar plus AB bar, A bar plus B bar. And again, that one you add with the next one. So it goes, this is not that difficult thing. This is very simple. Actually, you can go through the proof of this. I'm just showing you the stuff. So basically you do the triangle of addition twice in choosing two triangles, and then you will say that the same vector is equal to A bar plus B bar plus C bar or A bar plus B bar plus C bar. That's what we are going to tell finally. Okay, I hope it is clear. It's not by using these both diagonals you can do that. It's not that difficult. The next one goes is the subtraction of the vector. So the earlier part I'm leaving it on you, and next is the subtraction of vectors. Subtraction of vectors, you know, subtraction of the numbers x minus y is not equal to y minus x. Okay, for all x is not equal to y. This is very much understood for any real number. Same kind of thing is followed by the vectors. So as simple as that. So it is, what is x minus y, what is p bar minus q bar refers to, it is adding the negative vector of q bar with p bar. So that is what is subtraction of vectors. So that is a basic idea. Now that's what we do here. And now p bar minus q bar. So this is the ideas here. So negative vector of q bar is added to v bar, then that is the one. So what will be modulus of p bar minus q bar? So modulus of p bar minus q bar, how do we find this vector? So it is done by, so if q bar makes an angle theta, the minus q bar makes an angle pi minus theta with p bar. If you say that p bar and q bar will have an angle theta, p bar and minus q bar will make an angle 180 minus theta. So because they form a linear pair, based on that concept we will solve. So we have p bar plus mod q bar, mod of minus p bar plus minus q bar is the thing what we consider, and then take the modulus. That's the resultant vector. That will be square root of, you have p square plus q square. Replace q with minus q. That's all you have to do. So 2 into p into q cos of 180 minus theta. So anyway, that will be the result what you get. Okay, cos of 180 minus theta. If you replace with minus q, then the result, you will get the result straight away. But that actually the negative sign comes in because of the cos of 180 minus theta. Cos 180 minus theta happens to be minus cos theta. Why the negative sign comes in is, you know, that because of this. Cos of 180 minus theta is negative cos theta. Or you just replace q with minus q in the original result what we had done earlier, you will get the same answer. So this is the one what you get. Okay, p bar minus q bar is p square plus q square minus 2pq cos theta. So that is the idea here. So let us move on further. Subtraction is not commutative. I just told you that for any real numbers, x minus y is not equal to y minus x. So this is the one for any x is not equal to y. Okay, that is the idea which is proposed over here. Okay. So let's do one problem. There are two vectors. There are two vectors having magnitude 3 units and 4 units respectively. What should be the resultant if the angle between them is 60 degrees? Okay. So what should be the angle between them if the magnitude of the resultant is 1 unit and 5 units? So that is the first part. You can do this. So mod a bar they have given us 3 units, mod b bar is 4 units, and theta is 60. So the resultant is a bar plus b bar. Modulus of the resultant is given by square root of a square plus b square 2 plus 2ab cos theta. Just plug in the things. So you get 9 plus 16 plus 2 into 3 into 4 into cos 60. Cos 60 is half. So when you substitute half, you get 25 plus 12, which is root 37 units. That is pretty simple. Now let us move on to the next part. They said the resultant value is 1 unit. So R is 1 unit. The modulus of the resultant. So the other is square root of 9 square. That is a square is 9, b square is 16, and then 2 into 3 into 4 cos theta. And then squaring on both sides, you get 25 plus 24 cos theta. So the cos theta is negative of 24 by 24, which is minus 1. That means the resultant, the angle minus 1, since you are getting cos theta is equal to minus 1, theta should be equal to pi. So theta is pi. That means the both vectors are anti-parallel to each other. So it concludes that you get this resultant, the vectors in this case are anti-parallel. Anti-parallel to each other. Okay. So with this we can conclude. And then you put the resultant pi square. Pi square is equal to square root of 25 plus 24 cos theta, and again square it on either side. Okay. Once you take the square on either side, this is what you get, pi square. Okay, fine. So the square and root get cancelled out here, and then you get 25 is equal 25 equal to 25 plus 24 cos theta, and the cos theta is equal to 0. When cos theta equal to 0, that theta happens to be pi by 2. So this is the conclusion what you get for the second case. They said mod r bar is equal to 5, and the what is mod r bar? We call it r. So r is equal to square root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. And then when you substitute the numbers, you get r equal to 5. So we take r square on either side. 5 square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. So plug in the things. A equal to 3 and b equal to 4. When you plug in the numbers, this is the result what you get. So I hope you can do this workout. So I'm leaving this workout on you, and then if you are having any still further doubts, you can just leave it in the comment section. I will try to explain that once again in the next video. So I hope you are clear with this. Okay. So with this, I conclude this video now, and then with next problems, I will do the next video. Yeah, thank you all. Thanks for watching the video up to now, and then please do like, share, and subscribe, and make it a big hit.